Nutrition labels could be added to the front of packaged foods and drinks under a new proposal from the Food and Drug Administration.
Now, if it's finalized, the labels would tell you whether a food has low, medium, or high levels of added sugar, salt, saturated fat. So how much is too much when it comes to these nutrients? Joining us to talk about that, Dr. Gigi Chawla, Chief of General Pediatrics over at Children's Minnesota. You are sort of going to be our nutrition labels translator today,
boy,
right?
What a job.
I mean,
that's so exciting.
What do you, well, first of all, what's your take on putting this information on the front of food packages?
Good or bad?
Yeah, I think so good. We're so excited about it. This is like one of the highlights of, little tiny people taking a look at what could make a difference, and this is one of the things that can make a huge difference.
I'm thinking back to when, restaurants had to put their calorie counts on their menus. Did we see a big change there? Were people more conscientious after the restaurants made that change?
Yeah, I don't know the actual result of all of that, but I think people did look at some of those ingredients and those calories and say, oh my, I didn't know, right? And so this is just another way to let people know and have that level of awareness so they can make the decision for themselves.
Why did the FDA choose added sugar, salt, and saturated fats?
Yeah, I think these are really important nutrient categories for us to be aware of. And the categorization of low, medium, and high is also super approachable, so you have an understanding of what you're looking at, right? Fat in itself, totally great. We need to have fat in our diet, but when it gets to be more than 30%, when the food that you're looking at, you're consuming something that is more than 30% fat, it might be something that you want to know about.
Why did it take so long to get this point?
Yeah, that's probably
like $1 million question, right?
Probably a regulatory question.
It's also
I think
food manufacturer question.
They have done a great job of putting everything on the label that we need to have on the back, but it's a little bit unapproachable, right?
It is.
There's so much on there. You don't understand, are these good things? Are these bad things? What are these elements?
What am I looking at?
Right. And so the categorization of, hey, low, medium, high, these are things that I think are more approachable for us to understand.
Make them even more approachable then. You just talked about the fats. Let's talk about the salt and sugar. Are there any okay levels of those?
Yes, there are okay levels for both salt and sugar. And so when we look at what are we, especially for kids, what do they need? Kids probably need something like 1/4 teaspoon of salt regularly in their diet. But now, if it's more than that, you're going to potentially be able to see that, right? It might be in the medium category or the high category, and you can start to almost like granimals. When I was a kid, like putting labels together and understanding, do these things go together? It's the same type of idea. If you've got a whole diet where everything is in the medium and high category, you might want to look at how to mix that up.
But ultimately, this is going to be a good decision for families. That way it helps them make better informed decisions.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does. The ultimate goal is to prevent your child or your family members from developing diabetes and heart disease, and this is the first step in helping with that.
All right. Well, Dr. Gigi, it's always great to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you.